sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it. Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indie 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and MzWTT, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it. Happy Thursday. Come on in, y'all. Just vibe with me real quick. It's Thursday. It's a good day. I know you got your drink. We got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot to talk about. Let's vibe to this Just Chris real quick. Y'all know we support all of the indie artists. All the indie artists. Who I got in the comments? Hey, Auntie Tracy, what's going on, girl? Thank you for tuning in. That's my auntie, y'all. Real niggas hardly. And I need to sip this week. It's been a lot going on. My life revolves around the weight. Could you pardon my scale? Hard in my shell. Father through braille. I'm numb to the feel. See, now that whole album is everything for me. If you all are interested in going ahead and putting that on your download, Spotify, Tidal, whatever you have, that's Just Chris Dark Room Confessions. Okay, y'all make sure y'all support the indie artists. If you can support the people that's mainstream, we can definitely support our local artists. Okay. She said, I'm okay. Missed you. I miss you too, girl. Miss you too. You have something coming your way, okay? So happy birthday. Y'all know my auntie, she always tunes in. I have my people that tune in with me every week, and she's always a constant. So her birthday is coming up, and we're going to celebrate her real soon. So welcome back. I hope wherever you are that you've been having a fantastic week. And if it hasn't been great, guess what? The good thing about bad days and bad weeks is that they always end. So hold on, stick it on in there, okay? Just stay on the course. Stay on the course. I'm really, really excited tonight, y'all. I have my special guest. If you are following me, because you should be following the Blueprint Media Company and MzMetchi on all platforms, just to kind of stay up to date. There's a lot of stuff going on. I try to really bring you all the latest events and, just different things that are happening that could really, really help within our community. So I'm super excited today because this is someone, she is just a business, one of my business sisters that I have found along the way on my journey as I'm kind of moving forward with things. And, it's y'all, I can't wait to get into it because she is kicking off. I shared on my page that I wanted to do 6 weeks to help people just really get to a place of having that financial freedom. Okay. Whatever that looks like on whatever level. Okay. And I really wanted to connect with any people. I put the call out. I literally did. I'm like, let's put the call out. I know people that they take care of investments and insurance and credit restoration, and they have a plethora of knowledge that they always share. These are people that are like right in your communities, right on your pages. And a lot of people will just pass it by. But if you just take a moment to stop and you listen to the knowledge and the wisdom that these people that I'm bringing you over the next 6 weeks, that they're going to be able to bring you. I know me personally, I'm going to be going back and taking notes in my notebook. And I really, really hope that you do the same. Okay. So for everyone that's listening in, if you're tuning in on Fluent, Mixed Talk Media, okay, Indie 101.5 or Jams 95.3. If you are tuning in with me on Facebook or YouTube, okay, you are going to want to run this back. Okay. because we're going to be dropping gems starting tonight. My special guest, Danielle, is here. Okay. And she is a true powerhouse. And I have to share with you all that I already knew that she was real. She was bad. Okay. And I mean bad in a good way. She was bad, sharp as a tack. But I learned more about her just recently at the Success Junkie Summit. So shout out to Sarita Love. Shout out to everybody that was involved with that. I learned more about what she did outside of just the realm where I met her. So I'm really excited to bring her on tonight and introduce, y'all. Just get your notebooks and you're gonna want to tune in. Okay. Again, shout out to our radio partners. Y'all make sure y'all go and tune in there, and all my people that's out in the Chi-Town, Jersey, Philly, and Houston. What's up, y'all? And everybody out in the virtual world. Big bird. If you're tuning in with me tonight, I want you to drop those businesses, okay? Drop them in the comments. Remember, always come back. Send me your business, even if you can't stay on the live very long. Drop that. Drop your friend's business, your coworkers, somebody that you know that's trying to promote what they have going on. Remember, you have something that somebody needs, so don't be afraid to put it out there, okay? And last but not least, shout out to my amazing sponsors, Fire Infusions, Black Dollar Days, of course, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Paris Ice Bar, okay? She is your mobile bartender, and she's ready. She's on the pull-up, okay? Tonight's topic, I'm really, we're talking about the old you versus the new you. Yep, we're going to get into it tonight. Not only are we going to help you with your financial freedom, baby, free yourself, okay? It's going down tonight. So y'all make sure y'all tune in with me. Now, without further ado, Danielle, if you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Let's bring on tonight's special guest. I have Danielle Humes joining me. Hey.
Good evening, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you? You looking good over there, girl?
Thank you. You know, I try to do a little bit of something, Danielle. It's rough sometimes. It's rough.
I can't tell.
Well, look, we can't look like what we done been through, okay? if you would have just saw me probably about an hour ago, hot mess.
Girl, I'll be knowing the moments.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I could speak up just a little bit. I just want to make sure that we can hear you a little bit, because.
All right, can you hear me good now?
Yes, that's much better.
Maybe
so
lean in a little bit.
I know. So look, this interview has been a long time coming.
Yes.
And I was telling you before, I logged on, that I just wanted to thank you so much for answering the call. When I reached out to you to come on today, we're going to be talking about some things as far as just within the financial world, also with insurance, things that our community, they need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've been really excited to introduce, my audience to you, because I was telling them, I met you when we were vending. So you all see Indigenous royalty. And when I went to the Success Summit and you got up and you spoke with your business sisters, as far as what you all do and how you all are helping the community and giving them a better understanding of like insurance, investments, different things, I was blown away, Danielle. I really was.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, so I want to talk, usually when I bring my guests on, I really like for them to share kind of their journey of how they got to what they're doing now. Mm-hmm. So I met you with Indigenous royalty, but what was the start for you with doing business?
Okay, so backstory before I even got into business, period. I am a nurse by day, almost 15 years in the game. So salute to each and every nurse out there. But I was introduced to entrepreneurship first and foremost from my husband. We started the clothing brand, Indigenous Royalty. Okay. So we started that on the premise of finding ways to celebrate us as a people, our culture, our history, past, present, and future, but, make it artistic, make it nostalgic, make it fashionable. So, that's how you and I got introduced. So,
figure that was a fun day.
You're gonna rock your merch, it might as well be your own. And we have a lot of statement pieces. We represent Black love, a lot of classic Black movies and things like that. So sometimes those are educational pieces for some of our younger customers, because sometimes they'll buy it and I'll be like, okay, do you even know who these people are on this shirt?
Right.
Do you know movie? Some classic lines and things like that. So like it's a way to really implement those pieces of Black history in everyday life, for young customers, our old ones who, just can't get enough of Love Jones, can't get enough of, all those movies where you think I'm like, man, that's my joint. I can watch it all the time. So that's one of the things I do love about our brand. So
you have such a beautiful display too, Danielle. It was so nice.
Spice it up, make it bigger for the people. Yeah, I love to do that as I've gotten more familiar with, pop-up shops and what really draws customers in. I kind of tweak it and, make it all about the customers, make it a good experience for them. So
that's right.
So now the financial side. My best friend from high school, Rashada, she is actually in real estate and she helped us get our first home. So she added that under her umbrella as well to, help clients be on the closing table. So she introduced it to me like, hey, this would be something that can also complement nursing as well, combining, health and wealth and things like that. So I'm like, it's a no-brainer because from a financial standpoint, that is a part of our health. We can't not only take care of ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, but financially.
That's right.
Everything that's going on with the economy, inflation, cost of living, everything going up, but your income, you kind of really have to take a look at everything you got going on and shift some things around.
Yes.
Prioritize, because we don't want to always be robbing Peter to pay Paul forever. We want to get ahead.
That's right.
Generational wealth is such a catchphrase, but are you really putting action behind it? What are you really putting in place to where, you may not benefit from it, but your kids might benefit from it, or your kids' or your grandkids. So it's all about really setting it up now for the later. So I'm like, this is what I do. And everybody trusts a nurse. So when I sit down with my clients, that level of comfort and trust, like, okay, if she a nurse, I know she pretty much know what she, talking about and things like that. So I love having a little secret sauce with my clients on the financial side. So
no, I love that. And I mean, with that day, when I tell you I was sitting there, the day that I said, like, you all were talking about what you do on just the financial side. And it really, I came back and had a conversation with my husband that night. Like, you know what, there are some different things that we need to do. And we need to get with a professional to really build some things for ourselves and make sure that we can give something to our offspring when that time comes,
Yeah.
Everyone just thinks about the here and now,
Yeah. One of the things about the insurance industry that kind of can be a pro and a con, it can be a taboo conversation. Some people aren't really comfortable talking about, what is going to happen when I'm no longer here, when I'm dead. We all got a date. We don't know where we're going to go. But if you have children that's here, that's depending on you, or, you're leaving behind debts or houses and things like that, you kind of want to keep all your affairs in order. Because when you're gone, we don't want to have to be paying your debts. And, we don't want to continue to normalize GoFundMe. We want to be properly prepared. Like my favorite saying is, proper preparation prevents poor performance. We don't want to be continuing to ask for handouts for our people to, take care of our loved ones versus being prepared. This can help their final home going, and we're not grieving financially and emotionally. So it's just a matter of really shifting our priorities, not procrastinating, not feeling like, you got to listen to someone who may not have had a great experience with insurance or taking their people's opinions. Like, look, do what's best for you and your family. Don't delay. Don't procrastinate.
Yeah.
Do it today. You got to take care of it.
And you know what, Danielle, I wanted to ask you something, and I want to put something out there. I'm not sure if you are affiliated with this company that I'm going to mention, but I want to give you an actual example of something to kind of go along with my question. When people are seeking out, insurance agents or people like that, out by me, I stayed in the south suburbs. That's where I grew up at. And whenever people would approach me or different things with this is the business, Primerica. I know that they offer those insurances, and people, automatically would deem it as like, oh, don't deal with that. Don't do anything. So for me, I like to take, do my due diligence, right? In terms of taking a look at things. What do these different companies have to offer? So I don't automatically dub it as like, it's something that's bad, or no, don't go with this company because you heard about them so much. What are some tips that you can give to people that may not be able to book with you because she's gonna be so overloaded with people approaching her? But like, what are some tips when people are looking for, financial advisors or insurance people that you can honestly recommend?
Well, I'll say first and foremost, disclaimer, I am not an advisor. I don't advise anyone in any way, shape, or form on investments. I lead with education first and foremost. So that allows the customer to be fully informed, fully educated in order to make the best decision for them and their family.
That's right.
Two, I am not in no way, shape, or form affiliated with Primerica. However, salute to them for, being one of the beacons of the industry and really paving the way for the firm that I'm working with. The name is PHP, People Helping People Agency. So we not only just offer term insurance, but we offer, permanent insurance. We also help with debt consolidation, retirement planning, kids' college savings, mortgage protection. So, we have a wider scope of services and products that we provide.
I love that.
In terms of anyone that's out there looking for an agent or, don't know where to start, sitting down with someone that's really going to look and have a conversation with you and listen to you and see, first and foremost, what's your insurable need? You have to determine how much insurance you need. Sometimes, you can go with a company and they may just ask you how much you want versus, what you can afford to pay. But it's really, it does you a disservice because we have so many individuals out here that are underinsured. You can have insurance. That's a great and amazing thing, whether it's through your job or you have had a policy for a while. But if you've had it for a long time, if you've had it as long as, one of your favorite TV shows have been in existence, it might be time for a policy review because you're probably either underinsured, you might be overpaying, you might be able to qualify for more. It's so many different factors that goes into getting life insurance. So one, sitting down with someone that's going to listen to you, someone that's knowledgeable and experienced, someone that's going to look at the whole picture and not just, shooting for the sale or just saying like, okay, I can get you this amount for this amount or this amount of this for this amount. No, we want to see where you are now, what you can afford. Are you healthy? How old you are? Like, I look at the whole entire picture and I find what best fits you as far as where you are now financially. And then later on down the line, if things improve, you're starting to make more money, you get in a house, have a baby. That's when you review your insurance again, because as life changes and shifts through life, you actually, review your insurance. Most people don't. They think it's a one and done, one hit wonder, and you be like, oh, I don't even know what my papers at. I ain't looked at it in so long. I don't know what I have. So just really being educated and informed. If you get with an agent that has that approach, I really feel like you'll be in the best hands.
I think that that's great advice because Danielle, let me tell you, when it was up, the renewal was up for like my homeowner's insurance. I hadn't really taken a look at it. I just kind of let it, how you just let stuff kind of auto go. And I did that. And then when I did actually take a look at what was going on, I was able to save so much money because there was a lot of things that I didn't need. And then there was something that I needed more of, and it just happened to be cheaper. So if you all are listening, if you haven't taken a look at your insurance stuff, first off, you need to contact Danielle. That's number one. That's number one. Now, one thing that was striking, another thing, because like I said, I'm going back to that day because you all had it on fire in there. You talked about having insurance and then making it work for you, like, kind of like during your life while you're here on earth to enjoy it. So we don't want to give them too much sauce, but can you just speak a little bit on that? Just give them a little bit of a snippet of how that works.
Yes, a little bit. So first and foremost, people have to normalize the idea that life insurance is for the living. It's for you to benefit from while you're alive, not when you get in the box or you on your deathbed. You could benefit from it way before then.
Okay.
So, just having a better understanding of how life insurance used to act as far as the old insurance and the newer insurance, as far as a comparison, having a beeper versus I ain't gonna say iPhone because they got an iPhone.
We're gonna say a Motorola Flip,
Android, a Note 10 Plus, a good Samsung. Shout out.
Okay.
So just really making sure you have what you need for the times that we're in now, and then also too, what you're alluding to. Of course, there's different types of life insurance. And, the one you're alluding to, the permanent life insurance, index universal, people may have been hearing those buzzwords in infinite banking, be your own bank, making your money work for you. That's a type of permanent life insurance. So there is an increased cost with that. Of course, you have to qualify through life insurance with your age and your health, so there's application process and underwriting and things of that nature.
Okay.
But when you have insurance like that on that side, as far as a permanent policy that's properly structured and properly funded, you can use that life insurance for the rest of your life, because it's literally a permanent policy that's going to be in place forever and ever. So say, for example, I did make some statistics. So say, for example, you're a parent out there and you got a 3-year-old and you want to start your baby off on the right foot. We talk about this generational wealth, or hey, I'll do anything for my kids. I take care of mine and this and that. So let's say you want to do that for your 3-year-old.
That's
so
right.
You start off a policy for $100 a month. That baby will be covered with over $400,000 in coverage, and they can keep that policy all throughout childhood and adulthood. Now, at age 18, with that possible accumulated value, don't mess with the policy. You keep paying it, stay current and everything. You can have over $18,000 to put towards college expenses. Or guess what? If they don't want to go to college, that helps with their first apartment, their first car. If they want to start a business, that gives your child options to start those early years of adulthood on the right foot. Now let's keep that party going. At age 30, if that child keeps that policy, they take over it as an adult, pay that premium, keep it going.
Okay.
At age 30, they can have over $50,000. So they can pay for their first home if they didn't get it already. They can start a business. They can pay for a wedding. They can do whatever they want with that money as an adult. Because again, the power of compound interest and time is on your side with these type of policies. So again, just taking away these stigmas of how life insurance can't work for you. No, it can work for you when you use it properly, when you're funding it properly, when it's properly structured. It's so many factors that go into it, but when everything is laid out to a T like it's supposed to be, from it. So let's keep this example going some more.
Yeah, no, look, we are ready. Everybody that's tuning in, look, this is education, okay?
Policy going some more to retirement.
Let's go.
65, they're going to have almost $600,000 to contribute to their retirement. So think about this. We don't know what Social Security is going to look like down the line. We don't know what the job market is going to look like. We don't know what retirement is going to look like for our kids and their kids and so on and so forth.
That's right.
Well, if you give your baby almost $600,000 of a head start into retirement, they don't have to be a greeter at Walmart or Jewel's. No shade to that. But I see so many older adults having to go back into the workforce.
It hurts my heart.
Save enough or they ran out of money. So that's the reality, that you can save the later by preparing now. And then even on the flip side, as an adult, like, okay, we know inflation is at an all-time high. People are struggling with their jobs. They might be robbing Peter, pay Paul with their bills. They may not be able to swing that $100, even for themselves as an adult. Okay, cool. An example for you.
Okay.
A healthy 32-year-old male, $100,000 in coverage. Something's better than nothing. It may not be your whole insurable need, but it's still something.
Okay.
You can get a policy for $23. Tell me what we waste on $23 as a 32-year-old male. Healthy, you can get insured and you're
4 gallons of gas.
And you can add to the insurance later. That's just your starting point. That's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah.
Healthy female, same age, $20.50. Most people overestimate or think insurance is so expensive.
Right.
It favors you being young and healthy. So if you get it while you're young and healthy, you lock in that insurable rate. And you paying nickels on the dollar for something that's going
to look. And I'm letting you know that I'm gonna book some time with you, because girl, I pay about $35 for mine, and I'm just like, no. We need to do a little bit more.
Sometimes when people can understand examples and hear numbers, it can make it a lot more realistic for them. Like, man, I'm sitting here thinking I got to pay an arm and a leg for insurance. And I know. I'll say for me personally, I have my own personal policy. That's a term policy. That's one of my policies where I have almost $500,000 in coverage and I only pay $60. Stop and ask yourself, am I worth $60 a month?
You are absolutely worth, you are worth more than that. What?
It's just a small perspective shift. Because if I'm here today and gone today, my sons are straight. My husband can pay off the mortgage or pay off my bills I'm leaving behind. Like, it's just take the fear and the procrastination out of it and just see, like, man, I'm making sure every T is crossed and every I is dotted, because I don't know my last day of hour. Like, it's just the reality of adulthood, and we have to put that at the forefront because, you know, we break our necks to go to work, to get these homes and these cars and these lovely fashionable things that we love.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to be, excuse my language, shitty sharp in your casket box. But we doing fundraisers, we doing GoFundMe's. Like let's
gotta do fish fries. Yeah.
We gotta stop doing
you can't even grieve. You can't even grieve and get it. You can't get it together.
Right, because AT pulling out her 401k, mama putting a second mortgage on the house. You know, we doing a family Zoom meeting because we trying to pull the last little few $1,000s together, and Pookie mad because he like, look, I always pitch in, and I'm tired of like these are real life stories, real situations that people go through when it comes to insurance. When you can take care of it sooner than later.
Now, I did get a question. I got a personal question from someone, so I will not say their name. And I wanted to know if you could speak to this. But essentially, they said as far as for people that have maybe they have gotten a little bit older, naturally when you get a little bit older, you have some things going on. Are there any tips that you can share for the elderly that may not be insured right now that need some type of insurance?
Yes, we do have a policy called a final expense policy that they could possibly qualify for. It's very popular for older adults, typically, children who, want to cover their parents or even, cover a grandparent. That's an option to possibly explore. It won't be a lot of coverage, but it'll at least cover your, final expenses, as it's called, some burial expenses, and give you a nice, peaceful, less stress type of home. So that's an option that I could definitely explore with the client. It's definitely dependent upon age and health again. And then also too, they may actually qualify for more than they think they are, depending upon their age and everything like that. So that is an option.
All right. So for the one that submitted that to me, if you are listening in, that was your tip. That was your tip. And I know that that you had some more that you wanted to share. So I feel like let's keep the party going. Everybody is kind of in tune. I see y'all out there.
We're looking at my notes because I was like, I'm finna bring the fire today. I'm gonna
let's go.
Yeah, so I know when we first kicked it off, we talked a little bit about understanding the difference in making sure you have enough coverage. Let me throw out a stat there for you. It's 30 million American households that are underinsured. So imagine how many people that is. Imagine how many moms and pops that are, working jobs that's varying shifts. The kids are at home. They might see the two parents together at bedtime, and that's it. The dad loses the job on the plant, or at the car shop. Mom got to figure it out with the two kids. Or I have had
a real situation.
Clients that were young and healthy, weren't having any health issues, and then the following week, following month, following year, they get diagnosed with breast cancer or something, and then they're not insured. And chemo is not cheap, radiation is not cheap. Like that affects your ability to go to work. So again, that domino effect of not being able to keep up that weight of living due to not having insurance is key. Another piece, I have a lot of people. I've had a lot of conversation with people like, oh, I already have insurance, or I have insurance through my job. Great. I'm glad that you have it. However,
let's talk about it, because I hear that a lot too. They're like, oh, I don't need an additional policy. I'm just like, do you know these people will get rid of you in a heartbeat?
Yeah. You might be getting fired in the next hour. You don't even know it. Yeah. So another thing, 27% of American households only have group insurance in terms of everybody that has insurance. They only have group. So essentially, they're relying on their employer's cover. But let me give you an example. I'm a nurse. You might assume I might have some good coverage through my job. However, guess what? Although it's free, I only have a $10,000 policy through my job. So if I was here today and gone tomorrow, and that was all I had, what can my husband and two sons do with $10,000? What can they do with that? That might cover my funeral, but I'm fancy / bougie, so we might need a few.
Right.
Like, it's not gonna do nothing for me.
Right. That's a piece.
So it's like, man, you got to stop and think about, like, okay, when you get a new job and they give you that employee packet at HR, do they really stop and explain everything that you got to you, or you just take it because you got the job and you got good benefits?
Yeah.
Do you really look at it? I had a conversation, an agent had a conversation with a nurse out in Houston, and she said she actually took the time to look at her policy through work, and she said she damn near had to croak on the job for her employer insurance to literally cover her for something. So I want you to stop and think about that. Like, okay, if her policy is like that, what is my work policy looking like? Or how much, you know, they may offer you, you know, $100,000 per, you know, however much you make and things like that. Cool, that's great. Get it, add your benefits. But outside of your job, have your own policy.
Yes.
You don't know what's going to happen at your job. You don't know when you might want to change your job. It's so many different scenarios going on right now with the economy and this recession and everything. It's just so much unpredictability. You want to put some predictability back into your own hands and not somebody else's. You know, you don't want to be relying on, you know, handouts and trying to figure out like, man, like I shoulda, woulda, couldas. We can't do that. Yeah. We really can't. So that's
real.
And then another piece to think about when it comes to the cost of homes and current mortgage rates right now. The average policy for those who do have one outside their job on their own, about $170,000, $175,000, which is decent, not bad, good starter policy.
Okay.
Think about the average cost of a home. So again, if you here today and gone tomorrow, most homes are typically over $200,000. So your policy still will not even be enough to pay off your mortgage. Because when you gone, your house still got to get paid for. Who gonna take that house?
Look.
Yeah, it's like
I'm getting well, you know what? Now, what I will say now, while I do want to get more coverage and get, because I do, Danielle, I'm for real. I'm definitely gonna connect with you. That's no BS. But that's horrifying when you think about it. It's just like breaking it down like that, Danielle. That is a lot, and that's a lot to leave on your people. I know you done seen people stressed out trying to bury their family member and then take care of everything else that they left behind. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is very daunting. So just it's a lot to think about. And then also too, when we were talking about the cost of insurance, most people overestimate how much it costs. Typically, people may throw out a guesstimate that's 3 times the cost, and then people that's on the younger side, early 30s or early 20s, they might even think it's like 3 to 6 times as much. No, like y'all really in a good space, because the policy you'll get at age 22 is a little bit different from age 32, 42, 52, and so on. So again, I said before, I'm gonna say it again. Life insurance favors age and health. Get it while you're young. You little babies, you in your 20s, you out here YOLOing and living it up.
YOLO.
Be smart, like your mama told you. Go get you a $25 hollow for man. Look, I will sling you a $25 policy in a minute.
Yeah.
$50, 50, 60, 75. I'll be like, look, I will meet you where you are, and I will get you as much coverage as you need based upon how much insurance you need. Like, look.
Ooh, a praying mother. Look,
our bills cost more than that. Our cell phone bills cost more than that. Like, come on.
Yes. No, you just said a word, and I just, you know what, Dad, if you listen, I want to thank him, because when I tell you them years when I was that person, when I was YOLO, he would make me we didn't have Zelle and stuff back then, so I had to go and drop the cash off. But my payment for my insurance stuff, he kept up with that in my 20s. I thank him for that. I really, really do, because I'm just like, without you, I don't know if it would have got done. So parents, y'all got to help the kids now. Help the kids.
It's a grandma out there that got an insurance policy on every grandbaby, every child, everything. So grandma knew what was up. So where do we lose the way with prioritizing insurance? Like, I remember growing up as a little girl on the west side of Chicago. My parents luckily had a Black life insurance agent at the time. It was State Farm, Mr. Johnny. I never forget him. And
Mr. Johnny.
Exactly. And he would come through periodically, you know, review the policy, sit down with my parents, see if there's anything changing that's going on in life. Like, he
was on business.
He was on his job. He was doing what he was supposed to do. So now think about it. When the last time you see the life insurance agent do door-to-door sales or really put boots on the ground and step into the community? Like, that's the narrative. That's one of the things I love about the company that I'm with. Like, it is literally like a melting pot. It's very multicultural. It's very reflective of today's times and what we really need to change the face of the industry. Because if you ask a typical person, if you imagine a life insurance agent, what you think they would look like? Probably a middle-aged white man, big stomach sitting at a desk, coffee stains on his butt.
Girl, not you out here reading somebody's real depiction that they have in their mind right now. Danielle, stop.
So look, we're changing the face of that. Our company is over 52% women. It's over 35% African American. Like, we have a large Hispanic population. We got people from the Philippines and Hawaii and here and there, everywhere. Like, it's very diverse. Like Puerto Rico, like, it's a major melting pot, and we're really, really, really making a stamp on this industry. Like, look, when you think life insurance, you gonna think one of us. You gonna think me. That's what I want you.
You were the first one. You were the one that I reached out to. Danielle, I was like, this. She knows what she's talking about. I'm like, she got to come on. She got to talk to the people.
Yeah. Yep. So that's why I'm passionate about it, because I think back when I was working in the hospital as a nurse, I could think of so many patients where, like, man, how can I help them beyond the bedside? How can I help them beyond being discharged from the hospital? What is their home life looking like? What is their financial life looking like? Because if this could be in place, possibly that may help influence some other areas of their health. So for me, like, this is big in terms of addressing all the facets of wellness. Like, health and wellness is like my deal, because it's like, okay, I could tell you, it'll give you suggestions of what to eat, the exercise to do. I'm a gym rat, a fitness junkie. I can tell you all that, but everything else also has a part in your overall wellness. So you can be eating healthy, you can be working out, but if you can't get your money right, or you're struggling mentally and emotionally and spiritually, you got to find ways to address all those areas. You may not be able to do it all at once, but continue to work on it. So that's important to me as a nurse and an agent.
Ooh, you know what? My head is, it's so,
you got them bubbles up there.
It's so much to take in. No, and I love the fact that you're sharing this. And I really want this. If it just touches at least one person, Danielle, we have done what we needed to do tonight, because somebody out there is going through it, or they know somebody that's going through it, and they can help them. They can help them get on track. It doesn't matter, even if you're starting late, if you don't have it, get you some insurance out here. Do not be out here uninsured, y'all, if you didn't get nothing else from tonight.
Yep.
My goodness. Well, look, was that all the tips that you had? Are those the gems you dropping, or you got some more?
I'm looking up my papers. Like, let me see. One thing I didn't touch on that's important right now too. A lot of adults that are still in their working years, or shifting out of their working years, heading into retirement.
Okay.
Believe it or not, we're all privy to, the 401ks, the 403bs, the IRAs, the Roths, the TSP, so on and so forth. It depends on what sector and what industry you work in, as far as what type of retirement plan you have.
Okay.
We all know, like, the market has taken some major pounding, some major hits. And I can only imagine what people are looking like and feeling like when they look at their statements. I've heard so many stories from other agents that, the stuff is in the negative. I'm losing thousands upon thousands. Man, I've heard some stories of folks.
I stopped looking at it. I had to stop looking at it, because it was just, when I looked and I saw that it had went down, it's like 9%, 11%. And I was just like this. Okay, I'm like, somebody need to switch some funds or whatever they get. I'm like, I don't. And I
flip the switch to green, please.
Like, the last time that I looked at it, I literally had to, I was looking at it like this, like it was a monster or something. I was like, somebody has to fix this. This is not right.
Yeah. So something to think about. Life insurance, again, can be a way to supplement your retirement. Okay. It helps you offset those market losses, because there's something built into some types of life insurance policies called a floor. As we call it, zero is your hero. So I'd rather my money grow like it's on a staircase. And if the market's not doing so good, it'll sit on that step. Like, okay, if I got 125,000 and the market drops tomorrow, there are places where you can put your money in terms of what we do, where you're going to still have 125,000. You're not going to wake up the next day and it's going to be like at 120 or 100 or 90. And then you're trying to play catch up once the market gets back in the green. Like, there are options that allows you to maximize compound interest.
Okay.
Safety of not being subject to market losses. So I ain't gonna get too
Yeah, no, because they don't give them no more sauce, because if y'all want the sauce,
every client is different, every situation is different. But if you want to minimize market losses, maximize growth and safety and protection, but then also too, there's also another option to where you can create something called lifetime income. I'm gonna let you look that up a little bit for yourself.
Okay.
But again, at the end of the day, look at all your options when it comes to your retirement. Because again, like I said at the beginning, you know, you don't want to have to go back to Walmart to be a greeter. You don't want to have to be a cashier, Jewel. Protect your hard-earned money now and not later. Because guess what? When you get ready to touch that money in your retirement plan, you thought she was gonna sell off to the beach.
I'm selling to the
Make sure Uncle Sam get his cut first.
Yeah.
What with life insurance?
One.
I'm gonna drop that again, because with life insurance, Uncle Sam can't put his fingers on it. So you might want to learn how you can benefit from that as well. So lots of tools, but again, we can have that conversation on a one-on-one level. I ain't be out too much.
Yeah, no, because I need to book my appointment. That's happening like right away. I'm not, you know, we have to have that conversation before going into 2023, because it was a goal for me doing these 6 weeks of bringing everybody on. It was a goal for me, and I'm like, this will be beneficial to all of the listeners. So I hope they're taking note, because look, if nothing else, you got me.
Well, yeah.
It's time to assess it. But, you know, I just want to thank you for sharing, you know, all of this knowledge. And I believe it's going to help somebody, Danielle. It is.
Yes,
it is. Now,
one ear, one family, one neighborhood at a time.
Step one. Look, one band, one sound, y'all. One band, one sound. But, you know, before you leave me, though, you have some things that are coming up. And I just want you to take this time to put out the call to action to everybody and let us know how we can support you, book with you, everything.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, my agency, my firm, we are having an amazing event next week. Saturday, October 22nd is called Bet Against Cancer. We are doing a breast cancer awareness event where we are honoring a young lady. She's actually 21 years old that's battling breast cancer right now. Last year, we had 2 recipients where we raised almost $10,000. So this year, we're striving to double it. It's going to be a blast. Casino style. We're going to have the casino games flown in from Vegas.
Yes.
The theme is called A Night with Aria. So imagine the Aria hotel in Las Vegas. Here is going to be located in Naperville. Drinks, food, raffles, you know, just a good time, a good party for a good cause. You can find it on Eventbrite. If we look that up, we'll drop the name and the flyer of that again. So look for that with the link. So that is step one. Step 2, shameless plug, Indigenous Royalty. Get your Black culture merch, you know, jogging suits, hats, hoodies.
Yes.
We got the fits for the culture. So check.
I need a hoodie.
You already know
it. You know, I got my shirt. I was funny. I was rocking my shirt.
It's sweater weather, so you got to get you a nice sweater. So
it's time to step over into the fall and winter. I know.
Yeah, you can find me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram. Our website, indigenousroyalty.com, is actually a dash in between. My link tree link is at the bottom as well, with all of my information where you can set up a consultation. My Facebook, Instagram, the business website for the clothes, everything. So I am your health and wealth, fitness and finance and fashion nurse.
Yes. She fly, y'all. Y'all should have seen her. She pulled up clean to this one event. I'm like, come through with the all white and the heels. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, honey.
No, but I'm so, you know, just so grateful for you to take your time out, you know, because this is the thing, Danielle, you know how it is in business. A lot of the times, some people will know so many things that can help others and they hold it to themselves. Mm-hmm. And you are just going to truly, the blessings are going to continue to keep pouring in because you do it for the people. And I love that. So you keep going, girl. You keep going.
Absolutely. You know it.
For sure. Well, look, you all make sure that you follow Danielle. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, hon.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. Y'all make sure that y'all follow Danielle. It's man, that when I tell y'all I met her a while ago and it has been a long time coming. Okay. Now look, I gotta go ahead and take a quick break, but when I come back, I have tonight's Hate It and Love It.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm gonna take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it. Y'all, I got to kick off this Hate It and Love It. I'm playing me some Shaun White Kisses. Because y'all know Sweetest Day on Saturday, right? Y'all make sure y'all dropping those businesses in the comments. I don't see no businesses, but I see some business owners. Keita, drop your information, girl. Drop the book club. Drop all of that. I see you out there. What y'all doing for Sweetest Day? Y'all gonna go out with y'all boo things? I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Y'all make sure y'all get in tune with Mr. Shaun White. Okay, y'all, he is a swooner, baby. When he sings, I'm gonna get him to come back because I know he's got some more music coming. He always releases some good stuff. And Kisses, that was on his latest album. So that's Shaun White. That's White, WYTE. And y'all make sure y'all go and check him out. Okay. So kicking off tonight's Hate It and Love It. All right. So I was speaking earlier on the show about the fact of, I love the fact that Danielle came on and she just like really hit us with so much information to take in. I love that. I really, really do. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And for me, that definitely has to be the love it to start it off. I sat with my husband for a few weeks and I, was telling him, I was like, I know that I'm trying to get to a place where I am building, true wealth. Okay. I don't want to just be rich. I want to build wealth. I want to build generational wealth for me, for you, for, our family to come in the future. Like, this is what I want to do. And, I told him, I was like, it's got to be a way. I want to use my platform and do something positive. And I want to be able to bring on some real heavy hitters, like people that walk around. Like I said, they literally, Danielle be around and she's promoting her stuff all the time. She's got so many people. Like, these are people that are in our community that can help us get a better understanding of things that we might not understand. And I'm just really, really happy to, to have that kicked off. So it's going on for 6 weeks, starting this week and all the way up until the week before Thanksgiving. So y'all make sure y'all, come back every week. I'm going to be bringing you somebody that's going to be able to really help get things in order so that we can have like that true financial freedom. Like, I don't know about you. Like, I don't want to be living and trying to figure out what's going on and going through the struggle. Like, we don't have to do that. We have the resources out here. So that's number one. Second Love It is gonna have to be having the opportunity. Y'all make sure y'all come out tomorrow if you are free and you're in the Alsip, Illinois area. I'll be vending at the RY's Battle of the Sexes. So I'm really happy to get Lavish Looks by MzMetchi out there. I'm having a big blowout as far as for the products, everything. If you mention the code Lavish, so when you come tomorrow, if you mention the code Lavish, all items, accessories, shades, all of that will be $5. I have never done a sale like that before because y'all know I got nice stuff. Anybody that has ordered from me, I got really, really nice frames and different things of that sort. But we have to go and get this collection out, get that finished so that I can come back really in 2023 with that heat. So y'all make sure y'all come and shop with me. I will go live. So if I do have some people that are on there and you see something that you like, I am willing to put it to the side for you, I suppose. But you got to tune in with me. You got to let me know. So make sure you follow me on all the platforms. Okay. Now, I do have a third Love It before I get into because I got two hated this, and we gonna go there. I gotta tell y'all what happened to me and my friend Chanel. Okay. My third Love It is gotta be this week. First off, shout out to Beyonce for not blocking people from using her music on like their TikToks and reels. Like when I tell y'all the Beyonce Renaissance album is just everything to me. I'm not a part of the Beehive. I'm not a part of anything. I like Drake. And anybody that know me know I love me some Drake. Okay. Love some Drake. Love it. Okay. But the Beyonce album has been getting me through. Okay. Getting me there. I've been doing my kettlebell swings. Your girl is down 12 pounds, baby. I'm doing a whole challenge right now. And I put on that album and I feel like the baddest. I do my reels and do my makeup with my Beyonce playing, baby. And I feel like that girl. I'm that girl. Alien superstar. Whip. Okay, I feel it. So Beyonce, shout out to you, girl, for letting us use your stuff. Because I love me some Rihanna. Y'all know I love Rihanna, but she don't like nobody using the stuff in the reel. She will get your sound cut off if you try to use Rihanna in your reels and stuff. So shout out to you, Beyonce. Okay, because I just used Cuff It recently. Make sure you see stars. Yep. Let's get into the hated it though. So this past weekend, I wasn't on last week for the show. Called myself, me and my girl Chanel. Shout out to Chanel, young Coco. Okay, we decided that we were going to go to the R&B experience that was happening in Cincinnati, Ohio. So the lineup consisted of Monica, Tevin Campbell, Tamar Braxton, 112, Drew Hill, and Next. And I had even, you all remember when 112 came on the show or whatever the case is. When I tell y'all they some cool dudes, like Mike from 112, shout out to him. Like that's bro. He literally we've literally stayed in touch and they still support the Blueprint Live and the Blueprint Media Company to this day. So shout out to them. They were going to be there. So I'm just like, hey, what's going on? Where you guys kicking it? Like what's going on? And long story short, the concert was supposed to be last Friday. So we left on Thursday, the day that I would have done the show. Left on Thursday, we get down there, we like, boom, we got lit. We went to this place called Bugatti's. It was like going on, okay? We excited for the concert. We had made a whole playlist and like how the songs we wanted to sing. Like we were like super girl, like girled out, like, oh my gosh, we get to go see all these amazing people. So we get to brunch Friday morning, okay? Got there probably like a little bit after 11 something, almost 12. Get in, we having our lunch. Oh, baby, we fed. We like, okay, we ready. I had one of the best chai lattes I ever had. Iced, baby. It was lit. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go and start drinking. I'm ready to start pre-gaming. We got the concert tonight. Y'all, we get in the car, honey. We get in the car. I get the email notification that the concert has been postponed to November 20th. Do you hear me? I got the notification that I'm like this. I know they did not cancel this thing 5-6 hours before the actual show. So, to the janky promoters with Global Events Production. And I'm going to call you, I'm not going to say that your whole legacy is janky, but how y'all handled us was janky. Then you go on their page and they said something about the Chicago show. Because check this out. We went out to Cincinnati because that concert had the lineup we were looking for. That particular experience was coming to Chicago the very next day. So I guess they was going to perform and then make their way right on back to Chicago. Okay, that's fine. The only thing is they canceled, they postponed that show too. They postponed that show until December 2nd. They put a whole announcement on their Facebook, their Instagram, all that other stuff saying that it was, talking about the Chicago show, but never once mentioned anything about Cincinnati. Y'all fool. Y'all fool. Let me drink. Y'all fool. Global Events Productions. Boo. You guys get an F for how you all handle things. If you were having technical difficulties, you all could have told us that during the sound check that you had the day before. Okay? Let's be real. Let's be real. You knew the sound was off when it was off during the rehearsal. Every show, every major production has a sound check. And shame on you if you just had your sound check on the day of the actual concert, because who actually does that? Okay. It was a hot mess, but we made the best out of it. It was really nice because, we were able to we stayed in Newport, Kentucky, right off the river that separates the Newport, Kentucky area and Cincinnati. So it was actually really, really nice. It's always good to get away. For me, one thing about MzMetchi, she is going to take some time off. I'm not going to work myself down to the bone and not allow myself a break or some time to recoup. We're going to do a lot of things, but we're not going to do that. So that was that. So yeah, the janky promoters with the R&B experience, boo, F, boo, tomato. Yeah. The love it to go ahead and wrap up this segment. I was definitely feeling the Kentucky area and Ohio. Everyone was super nice. Really small town. We went to a couple restaurants. If you're in Springdale, Ohio, make sure you go to Bugatti's. If you are in Newport, Kentucky, make sure that you go and stop and check out Bellevue Bistro. Okay, we had an amazing time. The food was delicious. And these are small businesses. I support small businesses wherever I go. I don't need to go to the chain restaurants. Take me to where is the neighborhood going? Okay, those are the places that I like to be a part of. So, y'all, I told y'all we have some stuff to talk about, honey. Okay, we have stuff to talk about. Now, look, I got to take a really quick break, but when I come back, I have a really, really juicy what would you do? And y'all, this lady, she needs our help. She needs our help. So I'll be right back.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration.
Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions. All right, y'all, let's get into tonight's What Would You Do? Okay, this one tonight is going to be surrounded around prenuptial agreements. Okay, this young lady, she said, "Hi, I'm 28 and my boyfriend is 3 years older than me. He just made 31. A few months ago, his grandfather passed away and we just found out he left my boyfriend a very sizable inheritance. Today over lunch, he told me the amount that was left to him and then proceeded to tell me that his dad advised him to protect it if we decide to get married, obviously. I initially told him I understood as I was pretty shocked at the amount of money he received. But now that I've been thinking about it, I feel kind of sad and angry about it. Love is love, and love is taking risk. And I just feel like asking me to sign something to protect this money is kind of a slap in the face. If I came into money, I would not ask him to sign something. I would look at it as potentially life-changing for us down the road. I want to talk about it some more with him, but I don't know if I'm overreacting. We both have very good jobs and make a decent amount of money, so it's nothing that will be used until probably later on. Any advice would help. Thank you." Ooh, that's a hard one. So if you're just tuning in to tonight's What Would You Do? This young lady is with her guy. They've been together for about 3 years. He came into a very large inheritance, and his dad is saying that he needs to get a prenup basically to protect himself and protect that inheritance. So she feels like she's feeling some type of way, of course, and she's wondering if she's overreacting. Oh my goodness, let me take a sip, child. I don't have enough liquor for this. My goodness. So I always say that with prenups and things of that sort, like I'm married. I've been married for a few years, been with my husband for 11 years coming up. Yeah, 11 years coming up. Oh my gosh. It'll on the 27th, the 15th. It'll be 11 years since we started like officially dating. But we didn't need a prenup because we didn't have anything at the time. We were poor. Not poor, but we didn't really have much, I think that if either one of us would have had anything that we needed to quote unquote protect, this may come as a shock to you all, but I don't have a problem with prenups. I don't have a problem with prenups. I feel like if you should leave with what you came with, but you should also offer grace, right? Like if you know that you were with your wife and your wife was a stay-at-home mom or different things like that, you should be prepared to share the wealth because, she's rearing your children. She's doing different things. Each situation is unique, but I do believe that you should have something in place for the things that you bring into it. Auntie Tracy said, laugh on my butt. I mean, I'm serious. I don't think that it's a bad thing, but this is also like a point, like when I do talk to just different women and different married people, or whatever the case is, like, I just believe in being fair and in full transparency. I mean, you would imagine I've been with my husband for 11 years, and anybody that's been in a long-term relationship, it'd be those times where you just like, should we just end it here, baby? Should we just go on our separate ways? I'm tired of you. You tired of me. Oh, I know somebody feel me out there. Somebody was just like this. You could go right now. You don't really want them to. You want them to do right. But you have to have some conversations. You know, you have to have some conversations where it's just like, okay, well, baby, what we gonna do? We gonna be together and all. And you have to talk about what that looks like. I mean, you know, and y'all know I've always been very open, and I've told y'all, like with me and Anthony, baby, before we got engaged, we had hit a storm patch, baby. We had hit a storm. I'm just like, look, but I'm fair. So I'm like, look, hey, I got love for you. You got love for me. I don't want to see you out here bad. You know, he hadn't done anything. Anthony hadn't done anything that was like real crazy. It's just you get to a point sometimes in your relationship where you just like, hey, you know, are we compatible? What's going on here? You have to like kind of reroute. But I'm like, I'm fair. So I'm like, look, okay, we got this many TVs. We got this sofa. Like, you know, if you got to go, you ain't going to be like, you know, bogus. Like, I ain't going to like, I'm not that person that's like, I'm going to take you for everything. No. So people that do that, I don't understand it. It's just like, baby, you don't have your own stuff to stand on. Like this lady said in her description, they both have good jobs. So that money would be for something, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Prenups don't just protect one person. You got to throw in some clauses where it's going to protect you too. You know, it's ridiculous. Let me see. Tracy said, then leave this marriage with what you came with. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just like leave with what you came with. And my whole thing is that I'm gonna be fair with you. I'm gonna be fair. Even if you do some doggone crazy stuff, because y'all know people that go through different divorces and stuff like that, you know, a lot of them have different testimonies in terms of what ultimately led to the demise of their relationship. And just because it ends, it doesn't have to be nasty. Like I've always said, I love my husband, and should there ever be a time that if he want to go or whatever the case is, hey, I still got love for you. I'm not gonna do those things to you, because when the stuff is rooted, when it's rooted in love, you don't have to worry about things getting nasty and somebody trying to take things from you. You cultivate the environment and the marriage that you want. So much so that even if it ends, you are still operating from a place of love. Like, why are you thinking about his money? Girl, if you're going to be with him, he going to have to spend it at some point. Auntie Tracy said, what's right is right. Fair is fair. Yeah. She said, fair is fair. Yeah, I know. I agree. It's just like, you know, naturally, I don't think that it's a big deal. Like, my whole thing is sign it. If you have something that's on your heart or that's on your mind, if you have deal breakers, that is when you present that in the prenup. The prenup, even though it could be presented by one person, it could still be beneficial for both parties. So I'm all for, if you got if you got money, if you got assets, you have businesses, you have different things that you have to protect in case of the demise of a relationship, or if something happens, do what you have to do for you. Do it. As Tracy said it, she said the words right on my mouth. Do it gracefully. Do it gracefully. It doesn't have to be nasty. It really doesn't. With the prenup, she can go to him and just say, hey, you know, I just want to know, you know, what are some of the terms that you're looking to lay out? Like, let's give some advice now. If I was to give some advice to this young lady, I would tell her, like, you know, I was a little bit taken aback by by you bringing up the fact that you wanted to have a prenuptial agreement put in place. That kind of threw me for a loop for a little bit, but I just wanted to, you know, get a little bit more insight from you in terms of, you know, what is this going to entail, or what, you know, in terms of what you feel like you need to protect. Like, let's start having some conversations, because even though they've been together for 3 years, that's still, you know, I mean, it's still pretty early on in a relationship. Like, you haven't, you know, you still kind of finding your groove and going into like that long-term status. So sometimes you have to have those uncomfortable conversations. You really do. And they are uncomfortable if you've ever had to have them before. But I don't think that you should sit with this information, you know, and sit with how you're feeling. It's not going to turn out good if you do that. So my advice is, girl, bring it up, but do it with grace. Okay. Because that is his money, and he is welcome to do with it whatever he will. But I think that you'll be good, sis. So chill out. Because remember, it's just like, now you with the baller, you with him. You already his guy. Okay? Because let me tell you, MzMetchi wouldn't be saying nothing. I'll be like this. Look, this how it's going to go here. Okay? You can hold on to your little coins and divvy it up the way that you wish. But should you decide that you want to leave, or maybe you want a MzMetchi 2.0. You want the new version. You want the updated MzMetchi. You want the latest and the greatest. You don't want the one that's seasoned. This is what it's going to come to. And I would lay out my terms. I wouldn't be offended whatsoever. Hey, thank you so much. I'm going to ram this through my lawyer. I'm going to run it on through my lawyer. And then we would do that. So me personally, I don't have a problem with a prenup, but I feel like the prenups that, that's for when you have stuff. But you also have to look at things that when you obtain things within your marriage that you want to protect, that you do what you need to do. And don't feel bad for it. Don't feel bad for it. He shouldn't feel bad for it. His dad absolutely advised him right. Because how many people do we know that they get, they get out of a relationship and they want to take that person for everything? They like, I'm going to take your toothbrush from you. I'm going to take everything that you have and everything that you own. There are people that are vindictive like that, and that's what they want to do. They don't want to see you win or do anything or thrive without them. If you're not attached to them, they want to see you doing bad. So they're going to try to take from you, Sis, put your clause in the prenup. Tell them draw up the paperwork and you'll send it to your lawyers for review. And bring up your concerns to your lawyer, honey. And then once y'all get some things established, just keep on living life. You're going to get the coin either way. Be patient. Auntie Tracy said, yes, I know you feel me. Look, she better play the role and play the part. Okay. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to talk city girl to you, but I'm just telling you what I know. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break. And when I come back, I have tonight's What's Happening? What's up? What's up? I'll be right back.
I'm 54, so basically, it's too late to start saving for retirement, right?
Not right. Starting to save, even in your 50s, can really make a difference.
Well, right now, saving seems hard to wrap my head around. Plus, with the way this year's been going...
Hey, listen, it's okay. You still got this. Just go to aceyourretirement.org. It's an online tool from AARP that can help you get your retirement savings on track no matter your age. It's free and only takes about 3 minutes.
I like 3 minutes.
Yeah, at aceyourretirement.org, you'll chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer a few questions and you'll get a personalized plan and tips to help boost your retirement savings. Tips that are easy to understand and tailored to your lifestyle.
I like that too.
Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back. Just head to aceyourretirement.org and make your plan to start saving for retirement.
Thanks.
That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. We just wrapped up with the What Would You Do? Pretty good topic tonight, talking about them prenups. Tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. So I got it's a few little things that's actually been going on. But the first thing I want to let you all know, so y'all remember a couple weeks ago we had Chai's Up on the show. So shout out to Dawes Lotto, shout out to Cognac Classic, my friends Jason and Billy, shout out to them. They have 2 shows coming up. Okay, 2 shows. And remember, told y'all I would give y'all the details for everything. So next week, October 22nd, they're going to be performing as at the Subterranean. So y'all make sure y'all come on out. That show, you can go, and the show starts at 10 p.m. That's on the Saturday. Y'all make sure y'all come out. They also have another show going October 26th. Okay. That is on a Wednesday. That's going to be from, I believe, doors open at 7 o'clock. That's at the Promontory, right off of Lake Shores. It's gonna be a vibe. I will personally be at the show on the 26th because I definitely got to go and support them. A lot of my media friends are going to be in the building, so y'all make sure y'all go. Remember the show next week, you do not need tickets for that. You just got to go. But the show that's happening at the Promontory, you do have to purchase your ticket on Eventbrite. They also have bottle service and tables available. And then they were giving out a free ticket. So shout out to Nikki. She was their winner for the free ticket to their October 26th show. So y'all make sure y'all, go and check out my guys. Y'all know I got much love for Child's Up. They are thebomb.com. And then today, if you are following me, I posted on my page, you know that the Blueprint Media Company and Fluent Radio, we are doing the a gala that's happening November 11th. If you would like to be our special guest, make sure you reach out to myself, Ms. Lady Fluent, or Mr. Fluent from Fluent Radio. Okay. This is an invite only. It's at an exclusive place on the Mag Mile in Chicago. So we're gonna get all dressed up, get all dolled up, and we're gonna turn up. If you are interested in like vending or doing any sponsorships or anything like that, you just want to have your business be a part of the event, make sure that you reach out to Lady Fluent. Okay. So I'll definitely be resharing that on the page. Okay. Because I want all my people to come out. Like, I would love to see y'all see you dressed up. The theme is going to be the Roaring 20s. So we're going to get our Great Gatsby on, honey. Okay. Now let's get into some of the news of what's happening out here, some of the current events. Okay. For my people in the Chicagoland area that are interested in going into the cannabis industry, a state-of-the-art greenhouse sitting on the campus of Olive Harvey in Pullman. It's definitely like this is something that's happening. Okay. Olive Harvey College is set to become the first community college to offer an associate degree in applied cannabis studies. Okay. So this is, pretty big news for people that are looking to break into that field, specifically people of color. I mean, if you all know the statistics of what's going on as far as for those that are entering into the cannabis industry in Illinois specifically, there are not a lot of people of color. Okay. Your dispensaries and different things, we don't have a lot of stock or ownership in those. So, I really, for my people that are interested in it, y'all just know Olive Harvey, they are rolling that out. Okay. So that's what's happening. What's up now? Let me preface this by saying I don't have children, so I don't know how this keeps happening. But how do y'all get in the car with the babies and then get out and leave the babies? Check out this story that happened in Florida. Deputies arrested a Florida grandfather after a Hertz car rental employee found a toddler. They found a toddler inside the return vehicle at Daytona Beach International Airport, y'all. Grandfather went to go and drop off the rental car. He done left the grandbaby in the back seat. Okay. They said that the temperatures were well over 80 degrees that day. And when they found the little girl in the back of the rental car, she had been sitting there for over 45 minutes. She was extremely dehydrated. Okay. And shaking. How you get in the car and forget you got a whole nother person? I mean, y'all, I be checking my backseat so much, Lord. I mean, especially after the robbery, I'm just like this. Let me make sure ain't nobody back here. Okay. What's going on? And they arrested the grandfather. And, and I feel bad because you know what? The grandfather was probably older. He's older. He's probably was, may not have it all there as far as the memory. And, and unfortunately it's bad that a situation like this took place. But typically those are the kind of like the signs. And they said that the grandfather, he surrendered immediately, and the baby was taken back to the mother. And the only reason why they knew was the mother called and was just like, "Hey, my daughter is in the car. My daughter is still up there. He left her." Okay. Auntie Tracy said, "Where they do that, girl? This is Florida. Florida. Okay. Don't even get me started on that. You know, there's always something crazy going on. Okay. Now, do y'all remember the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones? Okay. He basically like came out with something, like with the documentary about the Sandy Hook massacre, that happened and that took place. Well, child, this week a jury has ordered him to pay $965 million to the people who suffered from his lies about that tragedy, y'all. My God. You got to watch what you say out here, especially when you have a platform and you have people that are following you. You have to be very, 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 very careful with your words. 965 million. I'm like, that. Yikes. Hey, Lynn. Hey, cuz. She said, thank God she survived. Women should put their purses in the back with the baby to avoid leaving a baby in a car seat. Yeah, and then this one was unfortunate because you know what, cuz this one wouldn't have been a purse because it was her grandfather that left her in the car. Auntie Tracy said, I'm sure he felt bad. Yeah, I'm sure that he felt horrible about that. Like, that's so unfortunate to go and then you get all the way back and realize like, oh my goodness, I don't have the person that I took with me. I don't have this child that I took with me. That's horrific. Okay. But yeah, that guy, Alex Jones, he is in deep water. Okay. With all of those theories that he has surrounding that shooting. I'm like, you know what? With the Sandy Hook, that was so sad what happened. Some things you just know, you got to know as a person, like don't speak on certain things. Don't speak on certain tragedies. That's a little bit too much. Okay. Now I know y'all heard this story and I may get her name wrong, but screw her. I say that respectfully. So have you all heard of Nuri Martinez? Did y'all hear about her? She is the LA City Council president, or former LA City Council president. She stepped down from her position after leaked audio caught her making some racist remarks. She called her colleague's son a monkey and amongst other things. And it was really, really bad. I'm not even going to repeat some of the things that she said because I'm just like this, girl, you cannot be in a position of power like that and be speaking that way about your colleagues, especially your Black colleagues. Oh, Lynn said she needed to step down. Yes, I agree. I agree. That behavior was despicable and she ought to be shamed. I'm like, girl, I'm not even, I'm not even going to go in on Shorty like that. I'm not going to go in on her, y'all. They going to get enough about saying stuff about Black people. Why they be doing us like that? Stop. It's not cute anymore. Be your own kind, checking in our partners. Hey, sis. Girl, we talking about that Nuri Martinez and her racist remarks, child. She has gotten booted. She booted herself. Yeah, that's one of those things where you got to really bow out gracefully because she did a little bit too much as far as that's concerned. So yeah, that's what's happening. What's up? Last thing. So, okay. Anybody that's tuning in with me, how many of you all knew, who's familiar with the Spice Girls? People in the world, spice up your life. Every boy and every girl, spice up your life. Okay, if you don't know. So how many of y'all knew that Scary Spice had a baby with Eddie Murphy? That sounds so messy. Okay, so Scary Spice, Mel B, whatever. Yeah, Mel B. I love her. Yeah. Eddie Murphy's going to be dropping $35K in child support for his daughter with Mel B. Now, y'all remember that he didn't even want to claim that baby, y'all. I'm like, how you don't want to claim a baby with Scary Spice? With Mel B? What? This is Mel B that we're talking about, baby. What are you talking about? Okay, so it looked like, so Lynn knew that they was dating and that Keita, she remembered that they were dating. Be your own kind. She said, I did. And she asking for more support. Yeah, baby. Well, the judge ruled $35K. Y'all, I got to know, like, oh, geez, if I can just be a child to one of these celebrities that's getting all of this money, every month, like $35K. What? And it's crazy because 50 Cent's son was just in the news, and he was talking about how he only got 6,700. And I'm like, whoa, that's a big difference. That's a big difference there. And Eddie Murphy got a lot of kids. 50 Cent only got 2. I'm like, oh my goodness. My goodness. My whole thing is, I'm like, don't be trying to deny her. You was with Scary Spice. Scary Spice. He definitely got a type. All the women that Eddie Murphy dated is beautiful, though. Yeah, I know y'all remember his ex-wife. She was fine. I'm just like, girl, you better go ahead. Come on, sis. Come on. So, y'all, that is what's happening and what's up in the streets this week. You know, real light. I mean, I'm just thankful we don't have no more Kardashian news, no more Ray J, Nicki, and Cardi B, and all of them. They about got on my nerves these last few weeks. I'm so tired of them and the Twitter beefs and the live videos. I'm like, can y'all just go back to entertaining us? We don't want to deal with this no more. We the people are tired. We're tired. Let's see. Be your own kind. She said that happened because the 50 Cent baby mom probed for more and the judge lowered the support. Ooh, yeah, you gotta be cool on that. I really, you know, with that 50 Cent situation with his son, it's so unfortunate that their relationship is so fractured like that. It's like your whole dad is 50 Cent. Like people all over the world love him, and y'all don't even have a relationship like that. That's so sad to me. It's so sad. Yeah, so that's what's happening. What's up? I think that we're at a place where we can go ahead and get into, you know, let's go ahead and jump into the topic.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Topic of the day. So I told you I was going to talk about the old you versus the new you. And I came up with this title because, y'all, okay. In my time, I've been very, very open and transparent about just being on my own journey, just my own healing and doing my thing. And but you know how when you're evolving and you are in a better space, you're in a better headspace, you're in a better emotional space, you are really, really doing your thing, how life just kind of life and people and different things will try to draw you back to a place where maybe you weren't like at your best, or you weren't in a certain space. And I found myself almost having that moment this week. And so I won't call any names, but I'll say this. Someone that I've been very, very instrumental in the times, like, since I had met this person. Unfortunately, we don't really speak that much now, but I had been very, very instrumental with a lot of things with them. They are very big as far as and part of the reason why we don't really talk like that is that they're very big to like really run to the internet and like do really weird stuff and throw shade and just do little things that will indicate that there's some type of smoke or what have you. Okay. So let's go with that. She said preach. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna go there tonight. So I had, read a little bit of, of course, some like apparent shade that it was just like, it was so apparent. My God, you couldn't even deny it if you wanted to. And I even had people that were just like, oh, did you see this? And I'm so far removed and just in such a different place that like certain things that like would have bothered me before, it doesn't bother me. I won't say unbothered, but it's just like, I don't let things really affect me like that. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. And then when I kind of had a moment afterwards to really just kind of like tap in, like, hey sis, you're like, are you really okay with this? Or like, cause I know you saw it too. I just had to like kind of like get back in tune with myself and just, hey, we're not gonna let that negativity penetrate anything that's going on over here. And I felt like it was so unfortunate. Sometimes with people, they'll do certain things and they'll try to trigger things from you, possibly, especially if there's strife. When they want a reaction, they want you to go back to the old you. Okay, because the old me, it's so funny. I have so many people, people around me and new people in my life that I'm just like, you all don't even know the half of the things that I've been through and like just how I am as a person, definitely would say a little bit of a firecracker where I'm just like, hey, if you throwing shots, I'm throwing shots too. Not literal shots, y'all, for people that are listening, but just if you're throwing shade, I'm gonna throw shade with you. Now I'm operating on a different frequency. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go down to your level of what you're doing because that's no longer a part of who I am. And I had every other Thursday I do therapy, and y'all know that this is nothing new for my constant listeners. This is nothing new. And I was talking with my therapist about the complexities of when you make changes and you evolve in your life and how people still try to view you in the place that they left you. So when I saw the post and when I saw those things, and I had a couple people that was bringing it to me, probably the older me, would have been like, okay, let me respond, like, okay, what you talking about? Not so much as confrontational, but just more so like trying to seek out things and seek answers. I don't have to do that in my life. I'm like, baby, where my life is going, the things and the doors that are opening up for me, I don't have time to entertain stuff like that. Shade used to bother me. Let me be fully transparent. Shade and people talking about me and doing different things. Oh yeah, it used to hurt my feelings. Oh, to the core. Especially when it was people that you did right by. You wanted to see them grow. You wanted to see all of these different things. You helped aid in all of that in any way that you could. You did everything, exhausted every resource. And then those same people will turn around and try to sugar honey iced tea on you like you didn't love and care for them during their time of need. Or because you're just a good person. Me, I'm good to everybody. I'm good to you. And if I feel like I can't be good to you, I won't be around you. That's number one. But those things absolutely used to bother me, and they would be triggers, and I would respond, and I would do those things. But who I am today, the new me, oh no, I can't be quick to anger like that. I have to take a moment to assess how I feel, what I'm going through, what's on my mind, what's on my bird, okay? Before you let somebody take you back to where you used to be. You went there already. So why would you go back? Let me get into these comments. She said, yes, Lord. 100, 100. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, because I wanted to talk about it. Be your own kind, my sis. She said, some people refuse to see that change because that will cause them to change their approach. Baby, bye. No one has time for that. That part. And a lot of the times it's easier for people, your family, your friends, your man, even your co-workers, different people. It's easy for them to place you where they think that you belong. To give you an example, and we're going to get real. Let's go there. Let me take a sip real quick. But let's be real. And anyone that's tuning in with me that has known me for a while, you all can contest to this. I can say that probably before 2018, I was extremely sensitive. Okay. And I can admit, I can sit here and admit, and it burns in my mouth to even have to say it. But I was sensitive, and I took a lot of things personally. A lot of stuff and burdens that were not mine to carry. They were not my issues. They were projections from other people, from other things, from other situations. I put that on me too, along with my own stuff that I was carrying. Because I mean, you figure it's only 2022. We talking about just before 2018. Okay. So this is only 4 years. 4 years. And I allowed those things. And as I started to get a little bit of a tougher skin, because baby, life happened. And y'all, and for my long-term listeners, y'all have heard the chronicles of the things that I would tell y'all, because I try to keep it real and tell y'all what's really going on. Okay. I used to be all of those things, but I'm not that person anymore, right? So, and I can say that, not that people have to walk on eggshells or just different things, but I'm just like, just handle me a little bit more delicately. And now I'm like, I'm a savage. I'm like, I don't care. It's a completely different person. But I still have had some people, y'all, even now, 4 years later, that's still used to that old version. They don't want to say anything. And they're like, well, I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't know if you was going to. No, I wasn't going to do anything. You don't know. I'm not that person anymore. You could say it 1,000 times until you blue in the face. What I've had to learn was I had to be okay with the fact that people may not be able to accept the new me. You might not be able to accept it. So that's okay. I'm going to deal with you at the level that I deal with you. And you can deal with me on the level that you deal with me. Okay? But if you're still regarding me for who you still got an old image in your mind, you better update your stats. That's all that I can say. Update your stats. Things are going to trigger you. Things are going to, and when I say triggers always sound like a bad thing. But a trigger is not, it's not a bad thing in my eyes. A trigger means that it's just like this. You are still able to evoke emotion. Okay, which is something that our society nowadays, especially in 2022, they want you to get away from. Everybody want to be like, oh, no love, no feelings. What a credit card. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to pop this fee. I don't need to, I don't need any of this. I don't want your love and your affection. I don't want no connection with you. Whatever you want to do. But people have to accept you for where you are right now. And if they don't, treat them accordingly. I was this week, y'all, I was about to be triggered. I'm feeling confrontational after this. And then I had to look at it and I said, you know what? Anytime. And it's been hard because I've had some situations and Auntie Tracy, she said, try you. Yeah, people be trying me. They have tried it. They have tried it. In those times where I feel like that I kind of want to revert back and I want to get spicy and I want to do all of that other stuff, I have to be reminded that whenever I've held my head high, I've moved forward diplomatically and with dignity and treating people the way that I want to be treated. God has been blessing me as a result of it, because I need y'all to know that I have definitely been tried from people on all different levels, from the corporate space to my business to, all types of stuff. Okay, have been tried. But I'm staying resilient because I'm just like this. There's a better reward. I can't be going back on you, beefing with you on a Facebook or an Instagram or a TikTok or whatever the case is, because where God is trying to take me, I got to do right. I got a brand to protect. And I'll tell anybody that. And it's not to be cocky or it's not to be anything. I can't be going back and forth with you. My destiny hits a little bit different. Okay? And I'm sorry, I don't even mean to sound preachy or anything. And I might be, as Renita would say, I love it. What she said on her show, on my soapbox. But baby, I'm going to stand on top of it. Give me the dove, okay? With the moisture complex. I'm going to stand on my soapbox today. Because I refuse. Where I am going and where I am headed, I have no time for pitfalls. I have no time for BS, okay? Period. Let me read what Renita said. She said, change anyway. It's not your business what people think of you. People who want to embrace the change and respect boundaries, and the ones that don't, that's on them. I agree. Yeah, it's like you either get with the program or you gotta get on. Okay. You can't roll with me if you're not trying. This is the thing. Some people are okay with staying the same, and that's fine. But you got to be okay with the people in your life that want to progress past that. I've talked to y'all about, a former, you know what I'm saying, like a friend, somebody that I, knew for a while or whatever the case is, that like just could not respect the fact that I'm a corporatepreneur. I go to work, but then I also put in the same grind for my business. You get what I'm saying? They didn't respect that. You got to get from around me. Okay? Because the new me can't tolerate things like that. The new me, the space that I'm going, I cannot tolerate having people around me that are doubters, that are crabs in the barrel, that don't want to see you make it no further than them. Who has time for that? The old me didn't have time for it either, but the old me was a little bit more tolerant for different reasons. And that's why I tell everybody, you got to get on your own journey for healing. I recognize for me, and again, I'm going to share this with y'all. Let's go deep real quick. I mean, we here. I have experienced so much loss as far as losing like my family members that I was allowing certain people in certain situations to stay around me out of fear of being abandoned or left or having to grieve the fact that they was gone. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. And I mean, and I want to be transparent just to give you some perspective. Like I had to literally reprogram y'all. Like MzMetchi had to reprogram for real. Yes, I'm speaking of myself in the third person. But yeah, I had to reprogram. I had to regroup. I had to get it together. I was so afraid of having to deal with yet another loss. And then the loss is, you know, when you lose somebody and they're gone, especially if I lost my mom, that is the biggest one for me. I lost both my grandmothers. Like it's all types of just the seeing my people go, okay? But it was something about when you got to still walk around, there's still people, your friends or people that you don't talk to no more, and you got to grieve the living. That's a different set of grief. And I was letting people stay around me I was doing business with people or doing different things because my heart was into it. And now I'm a little bit wiser. But see, there are still some people that are programmed to think like about that person that I was before seeking healing. You know? I'm just saying. Be your own kind says some people are seasonal. Absolutely, baby. And when I tell you, this particular person that was doing the most, not the lesser, okay? When I dropped them, the doors opened up in my life, in my business, and all types of things. It was a true blessing. And this is the thing. God, he won't give you all your blessings. It's almost like you think about it like a runway. God not going to allow you to land on a platform that's got stuff and people and all types of, obstacles that's in your way. You need a clear path. So them people that still attached to the old part of you and they don't want to see you for where you at right now, clear them out your path. Ooh, okay. Keita said, if the devil not attacking you, you're not doing something right. That part, I received that. Drinks. Auntie Tracy said, yes. Girl, you know. My Auntie Tracy know. She know. My mom was her sister. We still deal with that. My mother would be, it's crazy. 2011, when my mom passed, I met my husband that year. I met him that summer. And I was like, okay, I'm finna lock it down. And we became a couple October 15th, and my mother passed on the 27th. And I always say, I'm just like, Lord, I knew he had to call my mother home, but he gave me my amazing husband. And I'm so thankful about those things. And I mean, I love him because in my old version, when I didn't have boundaries, when I was letting things slide that I shouldn't have let slide, when I was tolerating things that I didn't want to tolerate, he was there. He wiped every tear. He did all of those things. And he has been a part of the process of me becoming a new me. And even the version that I want to become, I'm still working towards that, But you got to have good people around you. Because if my husband, if we wouldn't have ended up being a couple, he definitely would have been my friend because, he's got a good heart like that. But, you got to have people around you that's going to cultivate and they're going to rise with you. Even if they don't understand or they're not following the same path, you got to have those things in those situations, and not even just people. You have to be able to cultivate the environment around you too, right? You can't be in a toxic environment and be fighting for your peace. If you're trying to make a new version of yourself and get away from the old you or the old things that were happening, the old circumstances, the old things, you got to surround yourself with the new things that's going to really cultivate that. Auntie Tracy said that person was only a stepping stone and look at where you are now, period. And not even, y'all know I'm the most humble. I'm not a gloater. I don't do things like that. I don't boast. I thank God. God is the only reason. He's the reason why everything has been able to happen. If y'all knew how many times I want to give up, if y'all knew how many times I got discouraged, my Lord, if y'all genuinely knew. And he carried me through it all. So the new me is not going to go on the level to go down. See, we going up. We all the way up. Fat Joe and Remy Ma. Yeah, we all the way up. We not coming back down to do stuff like that. So I will say, if you are evolving and you are changing and you are different, you are that butterfly that came out of the cocoon, baby, and they still trying to treat you like they still trying to treat you like the old you. Don't go back. Like Renita said, change anyway. Do what you need to do for you anyway. Okay. You are the priority. Get it together. Okay. So that was tonight's topic. Thank y'all so much for listening. Like I said, for the most part, I don't really do too much. I see a lot of stuff and I let a lot of things slide. No matter how good I did for people or did for people, it's in my heart, y'all. Like, I don't do nothing for show. I don't need kudos. I don't need accolades. I don't even need like I don't even get a thank you half the time for the opportunities and the different things that I've done or whatever the case is, because I do it from my heart. That's my God-given mission. So you will never catch me. I was telling my friend, I'm like, you'll never catch me with the haters. You'll never catch me with the people that have jealousy and envy or have different things, because what God has for me, he has for me. What he has for you, he has for you. If you want what it is that somebody else has, you can have it too, but you got to do the work. Don't be mad at some of those that do it. Okay. And I'm happy to belong to the group of the doers. Okay. And we're not going back to where we used to be. We're only going up from here. Okay. And that's the word. Okay. So for the people that send me that stuff, I know y'all probably tuning in. If you know, you know. Okay. We not going back and forth with suckers. We don't do that over here. Let's get into it.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Let me get into these comments real quick before I give y'all the quote for the night. What y'all talking about over here? She said, look back at the set of footprints. Yep, I got that on a blanket, and I have that at my door, Auntie Tracy, the footprints poem, for everybody that knows. Everybody that's Black got that in their house somewhere. Auntie Tracy said my sister loved that. She did. Absolutely. So tonight's quote of the night, and I feel like that it went perfectly with tonight's theme. She said, hold on, my cousin, she said, that's the only way. We going up, cousin. We going up for the family reunion next year. We going up, cuz. I can't wait to see you. I cannot wait to see my family. Okay, tonight's quote. Let me stop stalling. So this one went really, really well with tonight's topic as far as the old new versus the new you. And these, although this is a short quote, is something that will be extremely meaningful. Your energy is currency. Spend it well. Invest it wisely. Okay? Your energy out here, your energy and your time is worth more than any dollar that you could ever spend. Any dollar that you could ever spend. We choose what we give our energy to. Okay? For me this week, I was tested. I almost wanted to go back to the old me and give some energy to a situation that it didn't deserve life. I didn't need to do that. So we have to check ourselves, and we have to make sure that the things that we are going to decide to dedicate our time and our energy and our efforts to, we have to make sure that it is in alignment with us being our true selves and working into our destinies. Me going back and responding in a way that the old me would have. Oh my goodness. What a way to waste the currency that I have at this time. So make sure that you invest it wisely. I want to thank my special guest, Danielle Humes. Okay, you all make sure that you go and go and follow her. Shop with Indigenous Royalty. Like, I got my shirt out. Y'all probably saw it at one point. I had shared it. So make sure you follow her on Facebook as well as on Instagram. And if you are looking to obtain some additional life insurance or just learn about different ways that you can maximize on the different coverages that she talked about on tonight's show, make sure that you also reach out to her and just, set something up. Me personally, although I have life insurance, I have those different things. I am always open to different ways of what I can do. Like, I feel like I spend, she was quoting earlier, $20, $30 and things of that sort for insurance, for additional coverage, so that you can make sure that like you're good. And I don't know about y'all, but even though I don't have no little babies now, we praying on those in the future, baby. I want to make sure that my little ones and my man is taken care of if God decides to call me home. And I just hope that you all share the same sentiment. So if you are out here and you don't have no insurance, I need you guys to get in tune with my girl Danielle, okay? Next week, I'm going to have Miss Ebony Richardson joining me. We're going to be talking about some things related to taxes. I have 2 segments for that. So I'm bringing on Ebony Richardson for next week. We'll be talking a little bit about taxes, and then we're also going to be talking about the credit restoration. So you all want to make sure that you tune into that if you are needing your credit restored, okay? Make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company on all platforms at the BP Media Co. And make sure you're following me, your girl, MzMetchi. That's MzMetchi on all platforms. Again, thank you so much to Fluent Radio, Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. They are our radio partners. So you all make sure that you follow them and go and tune in to my show as well as all the other shows on the network. Shout out to Be Your Own Kind and Miss Z with the T, baby. And of course, our amazing sponsors, Fire Infusions, Black Dollar Days, Paris Ice Bar, and Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Y'all, I'm going to see y'all next week. Y'all make sure y'all come and shop with me. Battle of the Sexes is tomorrow. Remember, use the promo code LAVISH for $5 on all products. Okay. All you got to do, you got to just tell me. It's like a speakeasy. What's the passcode? Okay, you get the deals. So I love y'all, and I will be back next week. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. I love you, sis. Bye.